Hi guys, I want to read one of my stories to you. If you can understand most of it, I'd say your English is about B2 C1 level. So if your brain can still retain information for longer than a minute, then follow me to see if you can understand everything that I say. Let's go. This is a micro story about the most unpredictable, powerful, and unexpected feeling we call love, or in my case, insanity. Here it goes. It was a hot, sunny day, and nothing suggested that it would be any different from the rest. I was almost home when, suddenly, I stopped and looked to the right, as if something had pushed me to do it. I can't explain the impulsive stop or the sudden stare, but there you were, sitting on the bench without a single worry in your head. I should have kept walking, but instead I went straight to you without any hesitation. Hey, so hot today. I was baffled by my own actions, by the unexpected bravery that didn't feel like me at all. Hi, coming back from the beach? You replied. I couldn't stop staring at you. Somewhere deep inside, I already knew you were the one. Stupid and naive, but I was trapped like a fish on a hook. Was that really me, the person who runs at the first sight of feelings, the stone-hearted woman I had promised myself to be? And yet there I was, standing in front of you, the stranger who would soon occupy every corner of my mind. I can't remember exactly what we talked about, but we spent the next hour chatting as if we were high school sweethearts. The conversation flowed effortlessly, without a single awkward pause. I couldn't have stopped, even if I tried. You, a person I had never met or even heard of before, had taken full control of me within seconds. Mesmerized is the closest word to what I felt. I acted both ridiculous, like a teenager finally talking to a long-term crush, and oddly enough, seductive, like a woman who knows exactly what she's doing. Looking back, I'm surprised you didn't run away within the first 2 minutes. I would have. I was hypnotized by your eyes. I could have followed you to the other side of the world if you had asked me to. Luckily, you didn't. After about an hour, a bit of sense returned to me, and I left. I disappeared so quickly you might have thought you'd imagined me. I almost ran home. Suddenly, I felt afraid, terrified even, because I knew exactly what had happened. I was no longer the stone-hearted woman I pretended to be. Love had begun tiptoeing inside me, breaking down every wall I had spent years building. I had to protect my heart, so I ran. Did it work? Of course not. Running away was childish. Not only did I make a fool out of myself, but I also realized we hadn't exchanged numbers. Well done, I said to myself. For days I wandered through the city, hoping to see you again. I felt miserable, pathetic even, but all I wanted was another chance to meet you. After about a week, I gave up. It felt as if a movie was playing on repeat in my mind. I replayed that entire conversation, every tiny detail. Why are you taking so long to find me? I wondered. One quiet evening, I was walking along the beach, admiring the sunset, listening to the heartbreak songs and imagining your hand in mine. Never underestimate the power of visualization. I looked up and almost fainted. There you were. I don't know how I recognized you from behind, especially since you were sitting when we first met, but I just knew it was you. What do you do in a moment like that? Run away? Act casual? I knew I needed your attention, so I did what suddenly felt natural. I ran towards you. Is it me you're looking for? I asked. Yes, quoting Lionel Richie for reasons I will never ever understand. Finally, you said. Was it real love or just a shadow? Did I imagine the whole thing to be more than it truly was? I'll end it here and let you decide how the story ends. Did you enjoy this story? Let me know in the comments. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions now to check your reading comprehension. So, tell me, where did the narrator first see the person they fell for? How did the narrator feel when they approached that person? Did they exchange contact information the first time they've met? Is the ending of the story clear or ambiguous?